Wow, did Jay Powell just ruin Christmas for a lot of people? Let's talk about today's market action. How you could have been prepared for today's big drop, things you could have done, and maybe you should do in the future. And then let's talk about how to capitalize off a day like today. This is Mike, the Tactical Stock Scalper. All right, baby. This is a good day. It's a good day for people like me that have been building cash for months, right? We knew the market was going to drop and drop hard at some point. It's inevitable. As the market keeps ripping up, it's always going to want to revert back to its mean, like the 20 EMA on a weekly time frame, things like this, right? And the more and more it gets stretched away, the more cash you should have been building along this run, taking profits, getting ready. Because if you know something is inevitable, you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know what's going to make it happen. You just know that it will happen. So you prepare for it accordingly. So thankfully, as I've been preaching in my content for months, and if you remember my Discord server, I probably warned you out over the past few months about building cash positions, taking profits, and being ready for a day like today. So that's the first thing you can do, guys, to prepare ahead of time for the inevitable. Now, that means the market's also going to go back up. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But so as the market's going up, you keep pulling cash, you keep taking profits, especially when things are above your cost basis. Okay? Second thing you could do, just like us in the membership group, we're in something called SPDN. I alerted that I was getting in to an inverse S&P fund in November, right before the election. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know who was going to win or not win, and if the market was going to rip or tank. So at that point, I started buying into a market inverse fund. And as the market kept ripping up since the election, at different levels, I would just average in, get more shares, get my average cost lower. So when the market drops, I would be making money from the market going down like I am today, right? We have an inverse fund in the market group. We prepared for it. We built the position. We've been pulling cash, getting ready. And now when the market drops, we're making money from the short position. I know our longs are losing money or whatever, but we're making money from our hedge. And if you're not hedging yourself as the market's ripping and building cash, you're missing a great opportunity. Okay, now what to do right now, like as the market's falling? For me, I don't buy anything today. There's no reason to. The market was dropping hard. There's no reason to. I need to see anyway if we get follow through tomorrow. They're at a major level of support on the S&P, MSTRs, that's 200 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. We're at some major levels. If it holds these levels, there's a good chance the market could bounce from here over the next month, 2 or 3, who knows? But if they don't hold, that means the market's going to go deeper. So it's important for me to wait, see what happens at these levels. If these levels hold, I'll go long with positions. If they don't hold, then I'll wait to go long. Another great thing about building cash and having the short positions are, now we can go short. If we really start dumping, now I can start using the money that we've saved and built up to buy short positions or inverse funds, right? And I can also get prepared for the inevitable run back up. Just as a drop is inevitable in the market ripping back up is also inevitable. We don't know when, we don't know what, we don't know how, we just know it will go back up in time. How long could this down period last? Today was just a day. It could last a week, a month, 6 months, a year. We don't know. But so that's why it's important to look at levels on a chart and see where it could be bouncing from and giving you an idea as to when to start building into your positions. Okay. Now is the time to start looking at funds like JEPQ, RDT or XDTE, QDTE, right? FEPI, stuff like that. Now is the kind of time you want to start looking at market-related funds after the market starts dropping like this. I didn't buy any of that stuff as the market has been ripping for months. There's no reason for me to do that because I knew the inevitable market crash, correction, whatever, is going to come. So why would I buy up there? But now's the time I start looking at those funds and trying to see if I think in my own mind that we're going to go lower or if we're going to bounce. So I'll be looking at XDTE and QDTE and JEPQ over the coming days, weeks. I can't tell you what a wonderful blessing this is with the market going down. We've been saving up cash for months, waiting for something like this to happen. I feel like that guy, the last few months that rings the bell and is like, the end is coming, the end is coming, the end is nigh, right? I felt like that guy. But I knew, anyone knew that this was going to happen, right? So, there's that. The end of the world is coming. And finally, us guys that have been ringing the bell for the last few months, it's finally maybe starting to happen. Now, if tomorrow is another big red day, I'm not going to buy anything then either. I'm going to wait until it stops dropping and we start getting some support at a level, and then that'll be my first level. I start going in long on positions. Again, guys, this isn't a time for panic. It's a time to seize opportunity. And I know, that's hard to do at times as the market is dropping, right? You're watching your account, your money going off into space or whatever, right? Your account dropping. But this is why you prepare for that, right? This is like why you're a squirrel or an ant or whatever. When the getting is good, you know it's good, so you take advantage of it. That way, when things like today, and maybe, who knows, over the coming days, weeks, months, that you can actually tactically employ all that money you've been saving and start using inverse funds or puts or whatever you like to do to make money on the way down. We're going to build our positions, and at least in our Discord server, build our positions and get ready for the inevitable market rip back up with more shares, making more dividends, catching share price appreciation on the way up. I see nothing but opportunity here, my friends. Have a good one. This is Mike, Tactical Stock Scalper, out.